Alright guys, since the introduction of the drift cars, drifting in GTA 5 is on a whole nother level now. For starters, you don't have to make your course like this anymore, guys. You're not doing it in a Fudo. You know what I mean? You don't need it to go, you don't need the downward momentum. These cars will drift even on flat ground. They'll even drift uphill amazingly. We'll get to that here in a second. But first, starting off, guys, you want to get good at just flat drifting here. Get that figured out. See what the car does. Like so. Now when you're flat drifting in tight courses like this, you're gonna be feathering that e-brake a little bit more. This ain't just like wide open. Now there's sections where you can get wide open, like this little curve right here. But tight courses like this, you want to familiarize yourself with that e-brake as well. It ain't like Need for Speed. You just jump in there and hit the gas and let's go sliding. You know what I mean? You need to use that e-brake accordingly. Now there's certain things you don't need to use the e-brake on if you're just doing some turbo slide drifting, you know. But yeah, flat drifting, guys, that's where you want to start at. Get good at that, then start getting a little bit more technical. Next you'll come up to this kind of stuff. After you're flat drifting, start adding little whoop-de-woos to it. Then just see what the car does, you know. Train yourself for it. Get used to it. But this is definitely where you want to start out, guys. Start out at, guys, when you start drifting. You know, get on some flat earth here and just get practicing. These right here are other good training tools. Now, this is probably as big as circumference that your drift is going to handle, guys. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's going to be able to drift around that donut. It can drift around that donut, and it can drift around that donut. But this donut just isn't tight enough to get a consistent drift on. So your curve can only be so shallow before you really can't get a good drift on it no more. Right here is about as big as you want it if you want to maintain a controlled drift. Probably could go a little bit bigger, but this is comfortable. Now see, drifting like this, doesn't really require too much e-brake, guys. This is all accelerator right here. You know, you just find your groove, get it sliding, and then just stay on your gas. Not like in a tight course. But you know, fact of the matter is, if you're drifting cars, you're going to be using your e-brake. Ask any drift racer in the world, I'm telling you, they still use their e-brake. Not using your e-brake doesn't make you a better drifter. Just here to tell you. But yeah, these smaller circles, you got to be a little bit more careful. And on these smaller ones, might require you to feather that e-brake. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, you'll just get going faster and faster and faster. And what'll happen is you'll eventually slide off this course. And we're holding it pretty good. But yeah, that's the gist on flat drifting, guys. You know what I mean? Get that down pat. you're on your way. You know what I'm saying? Other things, depending on what kind of drifting you're doing. All right, so see, we got a tight corner here mocked up. Watch what happens when we try to come into this corner hot. Uh-oh. All right, now, watch what happens when we come into the same corner, but banked hot. Slows you way down, you know what I mean? Get you around that corner. Just keep that in mind when you're making these tight courses. You know, if you're going to long stretch coming in hot, and you don't want people to have to worry about hitting their brakes to negotiate your corner here, you know, put a bank on it. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to whip around that corner real fast, as opposed to having to e-brake slide, you know, around this corner. Pretty cool when it works. Now, like I said, guys, you do not have to create these downhill drift courses anymore for your drift races to work. We're not racing in the original Fudo drift races. These cars actually drift. They'll even drift on flat ground. Now, the downward momentum will give you some more action, but it's going to be a little harder controlling these drift cars. You know what I mean? Be prepared to fail that e-brake on one of these. Now, uphill's a whole different story. You ain't got to touch the e-brake at all, and the car will drift all the way back up this hill. Now, here's a good point where you would want to use your e-brake when you whip it. Oh, yeah. E-brake is useful in drift racing, guys, I promise. Yeah, look, you don't have to make these drift races just downhill. These things will drift uphill too. Like I said, it's a whole new ball game out there for drift races, guys. Unlearn everything you thought you knew about drifting, because those days are gone. It's dead. And there's better ways of doing it now, instead of making the same old stale ass looking PS3 drift courses. You can do anything you want in these drift cars. They'll drift uphill, downhill. Just got to be careful on the uphill, downhill, especially when you're playing in dirt. I like these rally courses, like creating these rally courses. Some of them is just because I like the extreme, some of the extreme rips I can get on it. Now, when you're heading downhill, you know, your momentum is going down. It's going towards you. Now, you can either feather that e-brake, or you can pull your turn in sharper as you're going down. But be careful. You know, you can hyperextend the car, but if you hyperextend it too much and you start rolling the reverse just a little bit and you let off that gas, your car is going to stall out. You're going to be stuck there, and it's going to mess up your fresh looking little rip. Give that e-brake a little tap, start sending it. Now see how it's kind of hyperextending? You can keep pulling it in, it'll stay. But most of the time on them downward turns like that, guys, just keep your finger close to the e-brake, because chances are you're going to need it. Around this little dude, it's getting going too fast. I need the e-brake, need the e-brake, need the e-brake. All right, off the e-brake, back uphill, no e-brake at all. The car will just do it. Boom, just like that. Gives you some nice clean rips. Like when you're going uphill, the car is kind of dragging, so you really don't need to use that e-brake. You know, the spin of the tires will balance you out. Now coming downhill, you need to be a little more cautious. You know what I'm saying? Because it could send you straight into a flat spin if you're not careful, just like that right there. And like I said, once the car gets rolling in reverse, it'll stall out for a second. You just can't hit the gas and start peeling out while the car is rolling backwards. You know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, guys, drifting in GTA 5 is, I mean, it's way easier than what it used to be. The car pretty much does most of the work. The most challenging part in GTA drifting nowadays is the camera view. You know, you gotta, not only do you gotta toggle your gas, your e-brake, and your steering, you gotta toggle in your camera view so you can see what the hell you're doing. But yeah, you don't have to make a downhill drift course to use the gravity to help drift your car. The cars will drift. You know what I mean? You can do it on flat ground, tight corners. Not good coming in hot. You know what I'm saying? That's an e-brake corner. You know what I'm saying? Wide turns are your more open, not so much e-brake turns. You know what I mean? You just lay on the gas and roll. Up down momentum. The car drags going uphill, and it slides a lot easier when you're coming downhill. Super easy, guys. You got any questions, let me know. Super simple, super easy to pick up. But yeah, just create something like this, guys. Go into the creator and create something like this. Or there's places all over the map that are good for testing out these drift physics, specifically up and downhill, upward and downward motion. You know, the difference in speed as going uphill as opposed to going downhill. You know, you got this parking garage right here. That's pretty good. You want to test some rally in the dirt. Over here is a great spot. Not only is this a great dirt spot, it's got a good pavement spot. It's pretty windy as well. It's got a bunch of up and downhill jogs that'll get you better at this kind of stuff. But there's places all over the map, guys. You can play around and figure stuff out. This is a real good one for like the smaller cars, like if you're doing a rally race, because it's got these little banks, man. These things will just send you right into a drift. You know what I mean? It'll help you drift even more. Almost make it to where that's your e-brake instead of actually having to use the e-brake. All kinds of these spots all over the map. Here's a good one. This one's got some good old, good whoop-de-doos in it. One of my favorites right here. Boom, we're going into it extreme. You're coming in fast. You got to pull them wheels in. But then you come back up. Oh! Yep, see, then you overcorrect, and once you get rolling backwards, the car stalls out. But yeah, this is a whole new ball game, guys, when it comes to GTA drifting. This ain't Werner HK drifting. Thank God. I'd quit playing this game today if Rockstar took away the drift cars and forced me to go back to drifting like that. But maybe you guys get some use out of this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm full of shit. Whatever. Teach their own.